Hi guys, welcome back. So today it's quadratic equations by completing the square method. So I think you know how to convert any standard form of quadratic expression into the complete square form. If you don't know, so maybe we can revise again within a few minutes. So here is the standard form. You can see ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. But we are taking a equals to 1. So in this case we will take x square plus bx, x square plus bx plus c. These signs can be positive or negative depending on the equation. So don't worry now. So what is the complete square form? You should know. So x plus h whole square plus k, or x minus h whole square minus k. So these plus minus, so if I'm talking about this and this sign, so these plus and minus can interchange. In some cases it's positive and negative. Similarly with the k, so positive and negative, so any number, it can be positive or negative. So remember how to get h. Okay, see this h equals to half of b. So you should know this way how to get h, but remember a should be 1. So let's take these two examples. So I have x square plus 12x plus 40. So if you think that I should convert x plus, because it is plus, so I will also write plus here. Okay, and because it is h, so I should write half of 12 is 6 and then square. Now the question is, what should we write here, plus or minus? If you remember, if you're writing 6 here, so 6 square is 36. So it means instead of 40 we should have 36. So we will rewrite this equation: x square plus 2 times 6 into x and plus 36 plus 4, because 40 is 36 plus 4. So when you take these three terms, x square plus 2 times 6x plus 36, that would be x plus 6 whole square. Okay, now what is this extra stuff? It's plus 4, so we'll write this plus 4 here. Okay, so if you expand it, you must get this. So this is called completing the square form. So we have another example with us which has negative sign. So this would be x square minus 2 times, because half of 10 is 5. Okay, so x. Now what is 5 square? 5 square should be 25. So I should write 25 here, but I have 20 in my original equation. So you can rewrite 20 as 25 minus 5. So I'll write minus 5. So guys, basically this 20 and 25 minus 5, they should be same every time in all examples. So in this case we already got our three terms, which are x square minus 2 times 5x plus 25, okay, and minus 5. That is extra, so we'll write outside of the bracket, and this bracket can be converted as complete square. So x minus 5 square, because it's minus, so we'll also write minus and minus 5. So guys, this is the complete square form of this equation. So as you can see, so before I start with solving equations, you should know how to convert them in this format. So this is very important. So I hope you understand that. If you have any question, you can pause or reverse it to study again. So let's move on for the solving equations. So I have taken one example already. So x square minus 6x plus 5 equals to 0. So first job should be to convert in the complete square. So because we are saying equations, so it means equals to 0. So that's what our target is. So we'll rewrite it: x square minus 2 times, what is half of 6 is 3. Okay, now 3 square should be here, so 3 square should be 9. So I need plus 9 here, but in my original equation I do have 5. So I have plus 5, but I want to write as plus 9. So what I will do, I will rewrite my 5 as 9 minus 4, which is easy. So I'll write it this here, minus 4. And I will collect these three terms, okay, to convert in perfect square. So guys, that's how we get these numbers. So x, as we discussed already, it's negative, so we'll write negative here, and 3 square, and now this is minus 4, so I'll write minus and 4. So you can, it's just optional, I just used brackets. Now when you solve these equations, we already converted our standard equation into completing the square method. Okay, now we have to solve it. So the first step for solving these equations is, so you have this constant number here, so we will make it 0. So how will you make it 0? If you add 4 on both sides. This adding 4 only for solving equations, not for rewriting. Okay, so we will add 4, so minus 4 plus 4 is 0, and 0 plus 4 is 4. So we'll write 4 here, okay, and this number should be same, x minus 3 whole square equals to 4. Now because when you say solving equations, it means finding x, okay, the value of the variable. So to solving this equation or finding x, we have to get rid of this square sign. So you know, to get rid of square sign, you should square root. So x minus 3 is square root of 4. Now remember, whenever you take square root, so you should always use plus and minus, because square of positive 2 is also 4 and minus also 4. So we'll rewrite it. Maybe I will use this space here. So x minus 3 equals to plus 2, one case, and the second case would be x minus 3 equals to negative 2. So these are two cases which we have converted this format. Okay, x minus 3 is as it is, plus square root of 4 is plus 2, and minus square root of 4 is minus 2. If you don't have square root, you may leave these answers in the form of surds. Okay, so we'll continue to solve this. So now to get rid of 3, we will add plus 3. So x equals to 2 plus 3. So x equals to 5, first value, and here x equals to minus 2 plus 3, so it's 1. So we got two values of x equals to 5 and x equals to 1. So this is the one example I have shared with you, how you can solve using completing the square method. This is quite easy. Let's take another example. So let's have x square minus 8x, and let's have here minus 6, okay, equals to 0. Now we will convert in completing the square, and then we'll solve it. So to convert it, we need to say x square minus 2 times 4 into x. Now 4 square is 16. Okay, so I should have plus 16 here, but in my original case I have negative 6. Now there are different ways of writing negative 6, so I want to use plus 16. So minus 6 and plus 16, how we can get that number? That's quite easy, no need to worry. So if you say negative 6, okay, in two parts, for example, we need plus 16, so we have to write in the form of plus 16. So we can say negative 22 plus 16, because negative 22 plus 16 is minus 6. And I'm telling you the quick way how you should get it. So whenever you have any number which is minus 6, so whatever number you need, you add it and subtract it. Okay, so when you add it, you will write in the equation. When you subtract it, you combine these two together with the original number. So negative 6 negative 16 is negative 22. So guys, it means we have just converted our equation in this format so that we can write them in the form of perfect square. So this is x square minus 2 times 4 into x, okay, plus 16. It should be in the one bracket, negative 22 should be out. So now we can convert in the form of square. Okay, and don't forget to write equals to 0, sorry, here. So x minus 4 square minus 22. Okay, so equals to 0. So as we discussed, we have to remove this negative 22, so we will add positive 22 on both sides. So we get x minus 4 square equals to 22. Now you have to take square root. So when you take square root, you may say x minus 4 equals to plus minus square root of 22. Now it has like it's not a complete square form, so you don't need to convert. If it is in without calculator exam, so you don't need to convert in further decimals. Okay, what you can do now, you can leave it like surds. So we'll continue with the positive value and negative value. So first case, let's take x minus 4 is positive square root of 22. Second case with negative 22, and now get values of x. So negative 4, so we have to add 4. Okay, so 4 plus square root of 22, and x here 4 minus 22. So these are two solutions of our equation. Okay, so x square minus 8x minus 6. Okay, hope you understand now. We discussed two examples. You can go through again. The first step was converting standard into completing the square using the guideline, or just this note h equals to half of b. So that's what we did. So we have x square plus 12x plus 40. Half of 12 is 6, but we had 40, so we split it into 36 and 4. So 4 should be outside. Okay, same with here 20. So we rewrite 20 as 25 minus 5, so that we can use all three values to make a perfect square. That's what we got. Then we solve some equations, means finding x. So you can see very clearly what we have done here. So x square minus 6 plus 5, I discussed with you how to rewrite plus 5 as 9 minus 4. Why 9? Because a half of 6 is 3, and 3 square should be 9. Okay, so that's it. So x minus 3 whole square minus 4. So now you add 4 on both sides. So this is plus 4 here. Now you take square root, positive and negative. Then you solve two cases. Case 1 when you take positive value, and case 2 when you take negative value. So you got your values. So another example we discussed. Okay, x square minus 8x. You can see in this form we got surds. Okay, so basically you can leave in the surds form. So no need to convert in decimals. Thank you.